My wife and her family wanted a divorce because I was poor. At the courthouse, I gave them the shock of their life when I revealed my true identity. I wash my wife's dirty lingerie. I pick up after her family eats. Why do I tolerate this humiliation despite being the richest man in the city?
Kevin, a late 20s handsome but looking ragged young man, spoke his words quietly to the man on the phone. Just then, he was interrupted by a cold voice screaming at him from down the hallway.
Kevin! Where are you?
I have to go.
Why don't you tell her that you are a billionaire?
I can't. I want to keep this a secret for now.
Kevin hung up the phone and walked inside the house. He turned to his mother-in-law, Dorothy, who was glaring at him.
So glad you could finally make it. These dishes aren't going to wash themselves.
Sorry, I'll get to it right away.
As Kevin did the dishes, he hears his wife Lily softly crying to her friend in the living room. He edges close to hear.
You what?
Shh.
Your company is in 4 million debt?
Yes. And if I don't repay in a week, we will have to file for bankruptcy.
Why don't you ask Kevin for help?
Get real, Rachel. My broke husband hasn't earned a penny in 3 years. He is trash, and we both know it.
Something clenches in Kevin's gut. He throws the dishes in the sink and strides to his bedroom. He closes the door before removing a black card out of his wallet.
It's been 2 years since I last touched this card.
Kevin picks up his phone and dials the VIP number on the back of the card.
Hello, Mr. William. Welcome to the VIP Card Private Customer Service. How can I help you?
Can you, tell me my bank balance?
Of course. A moment, sir.
It was quiet on the other side for a while, but then the woman on the other side of the phone replied in confusion.
Mr. William, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Your balance is...
What? I'm sorry, did you say that my balance has more numbers than your computer can handle?
Yes. I didn't know that this was even possible. I've worked this job for over 10 years, and this is the first time that I've ever had this happen. Mr. Williams, I think it's safe to say that you are the richest man in Chicago.
Kevin hung up the phone and put it in his pocket.
Yes!
Kevin opened the door and saw Rachel, who overheard the conversation.
Lily, did you hear that? Your husband just called to check the bank balance. So pathetic.
Kevin rolled his eyes, but Rachel didn't see that. He then talked to Lily, who was finishing her wine and was terribly sad.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop earlier, but I heard you mention that your company urgently needs $4 million or else it will go bankrupt. I can help you solve this problem.
You help Lily solve a problem? Ha! Kevin, I think you are crazy. She needs $4 million, not 4 million IOUs. You have been living off your wife for the last 2 years. Don't pretend like you're some big hero now, when in reality, you're just offering her empty promises. We all know that there is no way that you would ever be able to give her $4 million.
Oh, so you don't believe me?
Kevin turned to Rachel to look straight into her eyes.
Remember this moment, because it's going to feel really good for me to tell you I told you so.
I don't appreciate you both laughing at the fact that my company is about to go under. This isn't some competition between the two of you. These are people's lives that you're joking about. And it's my responsibility to save them. So Kevin, as much as I would love for you to pay the $4 million, we both know that that's impossible since you haven't been able to hold down a permanent job since we got married. And Rachel, I love you, but you're not being helpful right now. I should go to bed. It's going to be a long, painful day tomorrow. I need to get some rest.
Without saying goodbye, Lily held back her exhausted tears as she went to the bedroom at the back of the house. Kevin pursed his lips.
Okay.
That night, Kevin could tell that Lily wanted to be alone, so he slept on the couch, hoping to give her space. As he lay on the couch, he couldn't stop thinking about the conversation that he had had with his bank.
Am I really the richest person in Chicago? If that's true, then I can finally be the man that I was when I first met Lily. She has taken care of me these past few years, and now it's my turn to take care of her. Things are going to be different from this moment forward. I'm going to build her an empire.
Kevin woke up on the couch to the sound of his mother-in-law.
Of course you fell asleep on the couch. You were probably playing video games all night instead of finishing your chores. I don't know what my daughter sees in you.
No, that's not what happened. I actually slept out here because Lily.
Speaking of Lily, she should be on her way to work now.
I'll go check on her.
Great. And can you tell her that I need her car to run some errands? So why don't you make yourself useful for once and drive your wife to work?
But I don't have a car. I only have my old motorbike.
It'll have to do. What are you waiting for? Go get your wife.
Kevin exhales hard.
Of course. I'll go get her now.
Kevin knocked on his bedroom door and slightly opened it.
Lily, you up?
Yes, I'm running late though. I don't have time to talk. I need to head to work.
That's what I wanted to tell you. Your mom is taking your car, so I'm going to drive you to the office.
Lily opened the door, and Kevin felt his mouth literally drop when he saw her, standing in a feminine take on a classic pinstriped business suit. Lily looked absolutely stunning.
You look beautiful.
Lily tucked her hair behind her ear.
Thank you, but can we continue this conversation on the road? I'm in a hurry.
Of course. Let's go.
Kevin helped lift Lily onto the back of his motorbike. Lily wrapped her arms around Kevin's waist. Kevin smiled.
I love this feeling. From this moment forward, I am going to start steering our relationship. I am going to be the man who Lily wants me to be, the man that she deserves.
Stopping at a red light, Kevin turned around to find Lily biting her bottom lip.
How are you feeling? You look great, but I know you, and you only bite your bottom lip when you're stressed.
You could say that I'm a little stressed. I checked the report this morning and it confirmed my worst nightmare. The company isn't going to get any external investor support, which means by the end of the week, we're going to officially declare bankruptcy. This morning, the major shareholders are holding a shareholders meeting. As the company's chairman, I have to be there, and to be honest, I just feel so terrible about all of the employees that are going to lose their jobs. It's all my fault.
You weren't the one who made the mistake which caused this.
Yeah,
wife, Lily. The entire necklace was inlaid with countless dazzling crystals. Kevin couldn't take his eyes off the big diamond core pendant that weighed at least 3 carats in the center of it.
The Dream Lover necklace.
What was that?
That's impossible. There's no way that that's real. The Dream Lover necklace was made by the famous French jewelry designer Diane. It was made up of 180 crystals and a 3-carat diamond. There are only 10 versions of the necklace in the world. That has to be a knockoff.
It's not a knockoff. It's a top-of-the-line copy of one. Lily, I remember how much you loved the Dream Lover's necklace. And since it's impossible to buy a real one, I spent $100,000 to have a jeweler create a copy of it for you. And if you give me some more time, I will one day find the real Dream Lover for you.
Lily closed the gift box with a somewhat regretful expression.
It's normal that you can't buy it. After all, there are only 10 real Dream Lovers in the world. 2 years ago, I heard that in an auction, a Dream Lover was sold at a high price of $2.8 million. So you don't have to worry about finding me the real one. Plus, this is a really good copy. I love it. Thank you.
When he heard Lily's words, Bradley's heart stopped.
$2.8 million? My entire net worth was only around $3 million. There's no way that I will ever be able to buy it for her. Sounds like this Dream Lover is really popular.
Kevin reached forward in an attempt to take the necklace from Lily's hands.
Here, Lily, why don't you let me bring the necklace home for you? After all, I'm your husband. It's the least I can do.
Thank you, Kevin. That would be really helpful.
Kevin reached for the necklace, but as soon as his hand grasped it, he felt it accidentally slip through his fingers onto the ground.
Kevin, how could you? You threw it on the ground on purpose. That necklace was for Lily. Why would you do that to her?
At that moment, Kevin turned around to see several of Lily's coworkers crowding around them, all whispering to each other.
I know. I don't know why she married him. She could do so much better.
Lily took a deep breath, nervous that everyone was staring at the three of them.
I'm sure that it was an accident, wasn't it, Kevin?
Kevin's face turned red in anger.
I'm sorry that it happened. Lily, you deserve the real thing, not just some fake copy of it from a douche like Bradley.
Seeing the employees gossiping to one another, Lily stepped forward and whispered into Kevin's ear.
Kevin, please apologize to Bradley. We're at my job, and I have a lot going on today. Even if it was an accident, you need to apologize to Bradley because this is my work. It's important to me. I can't have drama like this happen, especially not this week.
Kevin slowly nodded and turned to Bradley.
I'm sorry that I dropped the necklace that you got from my wife.
Thank you.
Lily makes a few steps forward.
I'm already running so late. I have to go, but thank you both. I'll talk to you soon.
After Lily got into the elevator, Kevin bent down, picked the necklace up, and tossed it to Bradley. In shock, Bradley reached for the necklace but missed. This time when it fell, a fake diamond popped out onto the ground. Kevin turned around and began walking towards his motorbike as he heard Bradley's anger roar from behind him.
Stop! I know you can hear me. I command you to stop.
Bradley chased Kevin.
This necklace is worth more money than you could ever imagine, and you broke it. How do you expect to fix the damage? Poor Lily, you just won't let her have anything nice, will you?
Kevin turned around and looked at Bradley with an expressionless face.
1, Lily is my wife. You better stay away from her.
Kevin calmly climbed onto his motorbike.
2, it's my job to give gifts to my wife. So tonight, I'll give her the real Dream Lover. She deserves more than a knockoff, and she deserves it from her husband, not you.
Kevin made a short pause, then looked at Bradley and smirked.
3rd, move. You're blocking the exit.
Bradley furiously watched Kevin drive away.
Nice try, idiot! You can't even afford a car. How do you expect to buy the Dream Lover? You're such a loser.
Bradley bent over and picked up a rock off the ground. He threw it with all of his might and hit the back of Kevin's motorbike. Bradley gave himself a self-satisfied smile as Kevin drove away, unaware that his light was smashed. A couple of Lily's coworkers took out their cell phones and snuck photos of Kevin's broken motorbike as he drove away. On the top floor of the skyrise,
For 6 o'clock tonight, you will give me a Dream Lover necklace. Second, at the downtown family branch, there is a person named Bradley. I want him removed from the building immediately.
Still sitting on his motorbike, Kevin hung up the phone with his grandpa. He feels proud of himself.
The tables have turned. Now I finally have all the power. This is going to be fun.
Kevin starts his motorbike again and continues to drive. Kevin receives a text message from his wife, Lily. Kevin takes a deep breath before he reads it.
I'm sorry about our call earlier. I wish that things could feel like they used to between us. But I wanted to remind you about my family gathering tonight. Could you please pick up something new to wear? You know how judgmental my family can be. It would mean a lot if you made a good impression, since they already have so much pressure from them about my job. Thank you. XOXO.
Kevin smiled as he typed back.
Of course. Anything for you. I promise to make you and your family proud tonight. I love you.
Taking off his helmet, Kevin got off his motorbike and looked straight ahead at the luxury neighborhood in front of him. What Lily didn't know was that Kevin had just arrived at the Golden Domain, also known as the most luxurious neighborhood in Chicago. Kevin sits on a familiar couch in his grandfather's foyer. Standing on the opposite side of the room, Kevin's uncle, Thomas, takes a deep breath in anticipation of a complicated dialogue ahead.
Your grandfather couldn't be here, so he sent me in his place.
Kevin stayed sitting on the couch as his father's brother stepped forward and gave him an awkward hug.
It's good to see you, nephew. You look very different than you did the last time we spoke. If anything, I would say that you look like you've been enjoying your freedom. This sabbatical has done wonders for you.
Kevin scoffs as he hears that. He rolls his eyes.
Are we calling me being kicked out of the family a sabbatical now?
Kevin, I want you to know that I never meant for that to happen. It was just an unfortunate...
I'm not here to argue about the past, so let's just get straight to the point. How much money does the Williams family need?
Always used to being in charge, Uncle Thomas pursed his lips.
Actually, it's not a lot of money.
Kevin raised his eyebrows.
How much is not a lot of money?
$8 billion.
Kevin can't hold back his laughter.
$8 billion isn't a lot of money? You kicked me out of the family for investing a lot less than that.
Well, we were wrong. It turns out that your bad investment is the only thing that can save our family dynasty. So, what do you say? Can we borrow $8 billion?
Uncle, I suddenly remembered that I have something very important to do. Don't worry, I'll see myself out.
Uncle Thomas quickly stopped him.
If you don't give us the $8 billion, the Williams family legacy will be destroyed. Kevin, please, I'm begging you. You're the only one who can save the family empire. I've already asked my men to complete the 2 requests that you mentioned. Please, you can't leave now. I'll do anything.
Uncle, it's not that I don't want to help the Williams family get through this crisis, but if I'm being honest, I don't think that I have $8 billion to give you.
Kevin, you are seriously going to play dumb? Have you not checked the value of your stocks? Your grandfather and I know that the 20% of the shares you invested in the Orion Group is worth at least $9.3 billion now, and the value is going up as we speak.
Uncle Thomas paused for that moment, then softened his tone.
Kevin, you must have a conscience. You can't forget that you are also a member of the Williams family. This is your legacy that I'm trying to protect.
Kevin felt his heart race.
I have over $9 billion. Just this morning, I had less than $50 in my savings. This is a dream come true. I can finally build my own empire. Uncle, you didn't seem to care about my legacy when you kicked me out of the family 2 years ago. Why should I care about it now?
Uncle Thomas was speechless.
I have a wife now. Did you know that? I had gotten engaged the day that you decided to exile me. I'm a son-in-law to another family. Why should I show loyalty to you over them?
Kevin clenches his fist tightly, feeling that he's being used. He takes a deep breath.
If it wasn't for the fact that you were all going bankrupt, I don't think that you would have ever reached out to me again. You left me for dead. Now why should I bring you back to life?
Kevin, I know what we did was wrong. I apologize to you on behalf of the family. We messed up. There's no way that I can sugarcoat this. But I am begging you. Your family needs you. The Williams dynasty will fall without your help.
Thomas paused for a moment, as if he was making some kind of important decision. Finally, he looked at Kevin with a firm gaze.
Kevin, if you're willing to help the Williams family, I can let you become the president of the Williams Media. All that it would take is one day for me to finalize the formalities. Tomorrow, you would be able to take over the position. You would have your own company.
Kevin smirked.
Isn't Williams Media your wife's company? You're always so quick to give away other people's things to benefit yourself, aren't you?
She would gladly offer it to you to save the family. Williams Media is one of our most profitable and high-profile companies. It is the largest and most successful entertainment company in America. Just think of all the celebs that we've signed. It would be all yours.
Gritting his teeth, Kevin nods.
I accept your conditions. Williams Media will be my first acquisition in my journey to create my own family empire. But I wasn't lying before. I do have to go. I've got somewhere very important to be.
So do we have a...
Yes, we have a deal.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if you would help us after everything that we did to you. I can't express how much this means to the family.
We're family. And I hope that this is a lesson for all of us to remember that family is more important than money.
I may be 2 years too late, but I have learned that. Thank you, Kevin.
Leaving his family's mansion, Kevin looked at his watch.
Oh no, I'm going to be late for my high school reunion.
Kevin hops on his motorbike and begins to drive.
This will be the first time that I've seen everyone since we graduated. It's been years. I'm excited to go to the reunion and show them the man that I have become.
Kevin arrives home to change, and he can't stop smiling.
My luck is changing. I can feel it. By the end of today, I will have earned my family's respect, my old classmates' envy, my in-laws' approval, and most importantly, my wife's love.
On the other side of town, Lily walked down the hallway at her office and heard her coworkers giggling. Entering the break room, Lily saw a few of her coworkers staring at their phones and cackling. Through the gap between them, Lily saw the video they were watching. Kevin, driving away on his old motorbike with the shattered light in the back.
That's so embarrassing. How is our chairwoman married to a man who rides a broken down motorbike? It looks like something you would find in the dump.
I know! He's such a loser! It's a miracle that they haven't divorced yet.
You'll never guess what I heard him say earlier. He swore that he was going to buy the Dream Lover necklace for the chairman.
He wants to buy the Dream Lover? I'm going to die of laughter. We've seen what he drives. How in the world would he ever be able to afford something as rare and luxurious as the Dream Lover necklace? He isn't just broke, he is delusional.
That's too funny. He's such an idiot.
The coworkers all burst into laughter until one of them turned, saw Lily, and gasped.
Chairman, so sorry. We didn't know you were here.
Lily looked at them silently for a moment.
It seems like there are a lot of things that you don't know. Maybe you should be careful the next time you call someone an idiot.
Chairman, I'm sorry. We will return to our desks immediately.
Feeling overwhelmed, Lily quickly returned to her office and closed the door. Sitting down at her desk, Lily started sobbing.
I know that Kevin isn't an idiot. I just wish that he would remember that. And maybe he and I could give our relationship another go. I haven't given up on him. Yet.
When Kevin returned home, he opened the door and found his mother-in-law, Dorothy, sitting in the living room watching TV.
You?
A handsome man calls out from a parked Mercedes-Benz S32. The man sticks his head out of his car window and flashes a $1 million smile at Kevin. The moment Kevin sees him, his eyes fill with surprise.
Tucker, look at you! You haven't aged a day. Something tells me that you're still just as popular as you always were.
Let's just say I'm a lucky guy.
Glad to hear. That's a nice car you've got there.
Tucker looks at Kevin's motorbike.
And you're still as eccentric as ever. Did you really ride that here?
Yes, it was one of the first things that I bought with my own money. Earning something feels different than being handed it.
Tucker pauses and shrugs his shoulders.
Cool story, bro. What do you say? Should we head in and see who's aged beautifully and who's aged poorly?
As soon as Kevin and Tucker enter the ballroom, everyone turns to greet them.
Tucker, it's so good to see you.
Tucker waves back.
And look who I brought with me. Little Kevin is all grown up.
The man waves to Kevin and then whispers to another student.
Kevin was always a bit of an outsider back in high school, but now he is hanging out with someone as cool as Tucker. Maybe there's more to Kevin than meets the eye.
I think you're right.
Looking around the room, Kevin thinks to himself.
Wow, I'm the most underdressed person here. I like being underestimated.
With a big smile, Kevin turns to his right.
Hey, Tucker, I'm gonna go grab a seat. Let's catch up more later.
Sure thing, dude.
Sitting at an empty table, Kevin is happy to have a little space. It has been a while since he has seen everyone, and it's nice to be able to sit back and take everything in. Kevin gasps when he sees his former classmate, Brittany, enter the room.
Wow, she looks stunning. I'm not surprised, though. Brittany was the most popular girl in high school. I figured she would have left Chicago by now.
Just as Kevin lifts his hand to wave to Brittany, Tucker quickly jumps in front of him.
Hey, Britt! Did you forget about me?
Brittany walks over with an all-knowing smile on her face.
Tucker, you haven't changed one bit.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Brittany tilts her head to the side and laughs.
We did date on and off throughout high school, so it can't be too bad.
You're right, Britt. We had some good times back in the day. But look at you now. You look amazing. What are you up to?
Brittany bites her bottom lip.
Well, I know it's a bit cliche, but I'm about to sign with an agency.
No shit! You're really doing it!
Brittany's cheeks turn red.
Well, I'm trying to. I haven't signed anything yet, but it's looking good.
You were always meant for bigger things, Britt. To think, I'll be able to say I knew her when.
Suddenly, a group of girls sits down at the table with Kevin. One of the girls turns to the other and whispers,
I heard that Brittany is about to become a superstar. She's too sweet to ever brag about it, but Brittany is going to sign with Williams Media next week.
No way. Williams Media is the biggest media company in America. If Brittany signs with them, then she'll be famous before we know it.
I'm going to ask Brittany for an autograph.
Good idea. It might be worth something one day.
Hey, Brittany, can we get your autograph?
The three girls harmonize as they step in between Brittany and Tucker. Seeing Brittany handle them with grace and humility, Kevin smiles to himself.
Good for Brittany. I'm so glad that she's still pursuing her dream. And if she really is signing with Williams Media, then I should get to know her a little better. After all, as of tomorrow, I will be the official owner of Williams Media. This will be a good chance for me to familiarize myself with my clients.
Just then, Brittany and Tucker come and sit down at the table with Kevin. Turning to his right, Kevin gasps to himself.
Just my luck. Brittany sat down right next to me. Something tells me that I am going to love running Williams Media. I'll finally have a chance to create my own empire.
Looking into Brittany's beautiful almond-shaped eyes, Kevin smiles to himself.
But first things first, I need to go talk to my newest client.
Kevin feels a little excited at the idea of running Williams Media and talking to Brittany, who will be his newest client. However, just as his butt touches the chair, Brittany looks at him indifferently.
Sorry.
and walks to the middle of the private ballroom, dancing slowly along with the music. Her bright, misty eyes sweep across everyone who is there. Her slender waist moves quickly, then more slowly, her entire body dancing like softly flowing water. It is particularly charming. All the male students are entranced, and some have already unconsciously gasped in wonder. Stunning! She is too beautiful. Brittany is even more attractive than she was back in school. The gathering finally ends as evening falls. Because the class president and teacher are busy today and are unable to attend, everyone gets together and arranges to meet again in the future. When Brittany is about to leave, several male classmates rush to say goodbye and offer rides in their fancy cars. In the end, Brittany says that she already has a car, and the driver is already waiting outside. So everyone watches Brittany get into the latest Maserati and speed away. The guys who are still fighting over the chance to see Brittany off are all left with embarrassed expressions on their faces. Zach sees the Maserati turn around and cannot help but whisper in Kevin's ear,
Brittany is so beautiful. I would give up 5 years of my life just to sleep with her once.
Kevin smiles helplessly. Just as he is about to say something, the phone in his pocket suddenly rings. Everyone within earshot immediately looks at Kevin. What year is this? Why does he still use such an old-fashioned song as a ringtone? Kevin takes out his phone. When he sees that the caller is his wife, he smiles and answers the call.
Did you buy the clothes I asked you to get for the meeting? After you take care of that, we'll meet at home.
Only then does Kevin remember that he has not bought the clothes yet. He quickly exchanges contact information with Zach and then rides away on his little electric scooter in a hurry.
Oh my God, Kevin actually rode a tiny electric bike to attend the get-together. Do you think he'll run out of juice before he gets there?
They burst into laughter. Even though Kevin is already pretty far away, he can still hear them clearly. On the other side of town, Lily leaves the office when a man in a black suit suddenly appears in front of her with a gift box in his arms.
You are...
The man in the suit hands the box to Lily and says very politely,
This is a gift for you from our boss.
At this time, two of Lily's assistants walk over and look curiously at the man and the gift box in his hands.
Wow! Madam Chairman, a gift from an admirer.
Don't talk nonsense. I don't have any suitors.
Lily turns to look at the man in the suit and hesitates for a moment before taking the box.
Who is your boss?
Sorry, the boss says that he hopes you can guess his identity. The gift is for you personally. I hope that you have a good time tonight.
After saying that, he turns around and leaves. Lily looks at the gift box in her hand and finally decides to open it and see what it is. When she opens it, she is instantly stunned. The two assistants beside her cannot help but let out a scream.
Oh my God, this is the Dream Lover.
The rare necklace sparkles in the light.
Oh my God, there are only 10 dream lovers in the world. Madam Chairman, your admirer is so generous.
Lily can tell at a glance that this is an authentic dream lover because she has such a strong interest in the dream lover, bordering on an obsession. She has researched everything related to it in detail. The one she is holding in her hands is definitely genuine. Lily looks at the dream lover that is lying in the gift box and feels that it is surreal. Is she dreaming? Who exactly gave it to her? Could it be? Could it be Bradley Smith? But even to Bradley Smith, the dream lover is still out of reach. Could it be that he really likes her so much that he spent all of his savings to buy the dream lover for her? Thinking of this, Lily can't help but feel very moved in her heart. If she wears the dream lover to tonight's family get-together, she will definitely become the envy of all the women in the family. Lily feels her heart skip with even more excitement. At the same moment, Kevin is trying to Kevin driving, the three of them soon arrive at the Jones family's mansion. By now, there are dozens of cars parked outside the mansion. At a glance, there are all makes and models of high-end cars. It's like a luxury car show. Dorothy is wearing a long peacock green dress with an apricot-colored cape. She looks very sexy and elegant as she walks. Her clear, smooth face looks radiant as she walks with her daughter Lily. You can't tell at all that they are mother and daughter. Instead, they look more like sisters. When the two of them walk into the Jones family's hall, they instantly attract everyone's attention. Many relatives and friends who know Dorothy and her daughter step up to greet the two of them. Kevin, who is following behind them, is ignored by most people, as usual. However, there are some people who like to pay more attention to Kevin. For example, there is Jason. If he doesn't cause trouble for Kevin every time he sees him, it wouldn't be normal.
Hey, is this Kevin? It's rare to see him dressed like a human. I almost didn't recognize you.
Jason walks to Kevin's side and pats him on the shoulder. His voice is so loud that almost everyone in the hall can hear him. Kevin looks at him with a smile and doesn't say anything. Jason snorts in disdain.
You got these clothes on sale, right? I remember I saw the exact clothing down at the mall. Was it $75 or $100? Quality stuff, right?
Hearing this, many people look at Kevin with scorn. Some even laugh out loud. Lily looks at Kevin with an embarrassed expression on her face. She is definitely angry. To think that she gave him $1,000 to buy himself some decent clothes. He, on the other hand, he actually went and bought a cheap suit for $100. Why does he always make things so difficult for her? Kevin adjusts his collar.
I'm really disappointed to hear that. Actually, I didn't pay for my clothes.
You didn't pay for it. Could it be that the owner of this store saw that you were too pathetic and out of pity gave you a new suit?
The people around them start laughing as well. They look at Kevin like he is a fool. Lily and Dorothy's faces show their embarrassment. Dorothy coldly snorts and begins to walk away. She doesn't want to stand anywhere near Kevin, her stupid son-in-law, for another second.
We should go sit down.
Lily really didn't want to bring Kevin along to these events. However, unless someone is out of town or dealing with some special circumstances, all the family members have to attend.
Lily, I'm really not talking about you. It's fine if your husband lacks experience and is stingy. Aren't you willing to spend a little money on yourself? The dress you're wearing must have cost around $500, didn't it? It's shameful that you have the nerve to wear it to our family get-together.
Jason looks Lily up and down. The smile on his face makes her feel very annoyed. Seeing that everyone is paying attention to them, Jason straightens up and pats the suit he is wearing.
In order to attend the family gathering, I went to the most famous designer in the country and spent $20,000 to have this suit made especially for me.
People start to whisper.
Wow, $20,000?
Almost everyone in the room is shocked. After all, even though their finances are pretty solid, spending $20,000 for a suit is really too extravagant. Feeling the envious gazes from the people around him, Jason is extremely proud of himself. The way he looks at Lily shows even more disdain. Lily's face turns red. She is both angry and embarrassed. Jason has deliberately made her embarrassed in front of all these people. He really just wants to see her make a fool of herself. But there is nothing Lily can do. When she glances over at Kevin, who still has a smile on his face, she feels even more choked up. Kevin notices Lily's eyes and turns his head to smile at her. After a moment, she quickly turns her head away. Kevin raises his eyebrows and looks at Jason, who has a smug look on his face. Kevin imitates Jason by patting him on his shoulder.
What are you doing? Who asked you to touch me?
Jason almost jumps like a cat whose tail has been stepped on. He angrily slaps Kevin's hand away and quickly brushes off his shoulder. It is as if he is afraid that his clothes will be contaminated with some kind of bacteria by Kevin's touch. Kevin doesn't care at all as he puts his hand into his pocket and returns Jason's disgusted gaze. He sneers.
It's only a $20,000 suit. I was afraid that it would soil my hands. My Lily likes to dress casually. However, she really prefers fine jewelry.
After saying this, Kevin pulls a stunned Lily to his side.
Listen to this exciting audio series, Insta Empire, only on the Pocket FM app. Download now